what's challenging about bringing this script to life? Well, first of all, you got nuns, and they're nuns in habits.
Yes.
So right there, I think you've got people with certain perspective on what that means. Being raised Catholic, I had nuns, and I was taking classes from nuns, and they were scary people. I'm telling you right now that we call them penguins because black, white, the whole 9 yards. And I remember I was going into a classroom one time, and the nun pulled out the Bible, and she made this really funny joke. I can't remember what it was. And it wasn't sassy, but it was funny. And the whole classroom went dead silent. We're like, looking at her going, what the heck? And then she started laughing. We all started laughing. From that moment on, I knew nuns were human, because otherwise you don't know these things about them. And I think that's what I really want to bring to Sister Miriam Ruth. I want them to know she's human, and that she has this person other than the habit and the nun. That's what I'm working towards with this.
I think just in some ways the difficulty of the subject of a nun who is accused of committing this crime,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and a crime that involves one of those things that we just don't like to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is difficult. And it's a challenge. How do you deal with that
Yeah.
and nunnery?
Nunnery.
Nunnery.
It's a nunnery. Yeah.
Nunnery.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I mean,
Or religion.
it's some of it too. They talk about it being a mystery, and it's this idea of how much do you know, and when do you know it, and I don't know. For my character, what does she remember? What is real to her?
Mm-hmm.
What actually happened? And again, she's dressed as a nun. What is that? How does that tie in? That visual image, the preconceived notions of that with what's going on. It's fascinating.
And how
it's
does it affect her? And how
Yeah.
does it affect you? Because in
Well.
walks a nun. It's like a bad joke.
Oh.
You know? Yeah, in walks a nun, and so I think that would be weird for her too, because I'm in full nun habit.
Well, I think for my character, it's just one of those things that you've got, you're called in on a professional
Mm-hmm.
level, and you find yourself so involved that it encompasses your life and it becomes personal. And how does the character, me as the character, keep my professional and my personal? How do they separate, and when do they combine? And
Yeah. I love that about her, though, because I think that she's, from my perspective, I think these two women are both on the same plane, and they start out here, and they're sort of coming together with this understanding about Agnes. And I love that it's personal and, you know, proper, and and she's trying to protect Agnes, but it's very personal for her. You're trying to protect Agnes,
yes,
and so I think it's fascinating for the two of them to come together, sort of as adversaries and yet not.
because they both want the same thing, but they're approaching it from different places.
Completely different places.
Oh, and I love watching you two in those scenes from the standpoint of being Agnes, and I have in like my own head and my own development of the character, kind of this is what's happening, this is what's going on in her head, and then this is what y'all have.
Yeah, I know.
But
Plus,
y'all are
I'm
bringing
so
to
much
this, yeah.
taller than she is.
But not when we're sitting down.
but I think what's interesting too is that I think there's a very they're evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
Not one or the other. They both, you know, go back and forth, but they're evenly matched in their battle for your soul.
I'm glad. Then I mean, that's I think what it comes down to. Like,
Yeah.
this is a fight for someone's soul.